just to be clear. You have not and will never show any of our texts in between each other to anyone, including Lena, any of the mods, anyone who has not signed an NDA with Marfoogletv News LLC. Is that something I can believe that you are saying?
If you don't break the law, then no, I won't show those texts.
What do you mean if I don't break the law?
That's how that works. If you're going to break the law.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 7 of the Marfoogletv TV and News charity fraud on veterans. So in this one, we are going to go over the conversation between Adam and Shauna, and we are still going to go over more of the Teespring third-party BS. We already paid them. I received the money and everything's all good, and nobody frauded nobody. We're going to go over the crazy. So when you see clips that are duplicated in my videos, because they have to be put in so that they're in straight context with the new video, obviously. So some of you, somebody got on my feed and said, you know, can you just point out, you know, get to the facts? Well, get off my channel and go somewhere else if you do not want to see everything leading up to the fact. Okay, because I could put all the detailed facts, but they're just tells. That's it. They're not leading up to and showing what took place to show that fact is true or not true. So if all you want is the gossip, go to Adam's channel. Go listen to his mods. His current mods will give you gossip all day long. They'll give you lies all day long. You're not going to get lies here. You're going to get the truth, but you're going to get back up with the truth. Okay? And scenarios that lean up to it or after it. Okay? So that's Adam's team, Marfooglet's team. They will give you everything that's going to tickle your pretty little ear. So if you want quick things, go over there, because you're going to get that here. All right, everybody, and on with the show.
We ended up having a great conversation with Terry from Cars for Heroes. We ended up spending about an hour on the phone, and we are looking forward to work forward with them and try to get some more vets a car that they can drive, because it is an extremely good thing as far as our vets, as we know, are not treated well, and this is why we actually helped several different charity funds back in the day for them.
Most of this is dribble.
So you know that vets, when they come home, are not treated well. You know this? How do you know this? Well, for one, you started a fundraiser for me and closed it so you can start a fundraiser for your own self, not for no other charity. Well, my son's a vet. Well, you really helped take care of him, didn't you? But more importantly, Shauna. Did you know Shauna was a vet? Yeah, she actually served. What did you show her? You showed her hate. You showed her disdain. You showed her unthankful you were, how greedy you were, how you were willing to sell out all of your subs and fellow Americans by allowing the beast Dex in to run his software, which he used as a beta test, and all the drama with the mods probably did that to show how people can easily be manipulated. But what did you show Shauna? Oh, asking her to take her own life. Yeah. Not a good thing. Not one of your best moments there, Adam. Christopher, Dex, Michael, Lex, Michelle. We're just going to stick to Michelle. Oh, by the way, I know I said I was going to keep Michelle out my mouth, but I can't. How can I? She's involved in every step of the way. I can't go over anything of the past because she was like leading the group. So sorry, you're in. So you were saying, Adam, that you know that our vets are not treated well. Yeah, we know this. At least not by you, or Dex, or Lex. Christopher, Michael, and
The
Michelle.
reason why we don't do that many is because it does just bring drama onto channels. Now, that one actually didn't up until now.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
So, Adam, you say that fundraisers only bring drama. All right, well, let's go over that. I started Shauna's fundraiser, asked you if you would promote it on your channel. That's all. Didn't ask you nothing else. And that's when you guys started to have your falling out because she wouldn't go along with your thing there with Dex using that software. So you guys started the drama with her. And then Dex told me just to give her the whole fundraiser. It didn't have nothing to do with any of you guys. I did that for her. But Dex came into my computer and made sure that everything was off my computer, and we gave it to her. So who caused that drama? That was all you. It wasn't Shauna. It wasn't me. It was all you. Then you told CJ and Lisa, our hall, to do a fundraiser for me when my husband passed away, which I'm very thankful for. But who started the drama with that one? Well, about what, 3 weeks in, maybe 4, something like that. I think it was like 3.5. You started with the she's greedy, she doesn't deserve it. She has people helping her. She's using her husband's death to get money from the Fugel family. So who started that drama? Again, it was you. You started that drama, not me. I was just sitting here mourning my husband's death, and when I got an email said that someone sent me something, I put it in my bank. That's all. I never spoke to any of you guys about it, never said nothing to anybody about it. So who caused that drama? That was you, because you shut it down because Shauna's fundraiser took money from you. My fundraiser took money from you because people were giving to us and not to you. So you shut mine down because you needed that money. Well, had you just asked me, I would have given you the dang money if you needed it that bad, because I'm not that greedy. And I would care more about you and your family and told you, here, just keep it. But you started your own fundraiser for yourself and said it was for Cars for Hero. And you ran it from September 19th to December 6th. So to me, that's almost 3 months. Okay? It's like 2.5 months. So who caused the drama there? Who's causing the drama now? We're just exposing it, honey, but you started all this. You're the one that kept the money. You're the one that promoted it. You and Dex. So when you say that fundraisers just cause drama, yeah, no, you caused the drama, honey, not the fundraisers. You did. Because of your selfishness, you started the drama.
But we want to point out that someone actually, without the permission of Terry, put their phone number out there. Everybody's calling. And again, I think some of our friends even called.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't someone. It was Snafu Snaps 3. You know this. That's why he's after you for charity fraud. He exposed the number, but what did he expose? It's on the internet, dude. It's on the internet. Anybody can find it. Okay, so if he doesn't want the free publicity and free advertisement that Snafu Snaps gave him, well, I don't know. I thought, that's free. But, yeah, he didn't dox him or anything. Anybody could have gotten his information. So let's not get things twisted here. Okay, so this is what Adam likes to do. He knows good God and well that it was Snafu, right? But what does he say? Somebody. Because he wants his subs to think he's holier than thou. And he would never say who did this and who did that. Well, behind the scenes, he's nothing but a little rat. Little mouse running around. Adam, Lord.
And Terry told them, yeah, we got it figured out. And of course, yes, they did receive a donation from us, and that's all settled.
Some men you just can't reach.
Just because Terry went along with your lie does not mean it's all figured out. And just because you gave him some money, does not mean there was no fraud. 3 years later, Christopher, 3 years later, you gave him the money only because Snafu Snaps called you out on charity fraud. And he says you gave him $718. You say you gave him $1,057. Which is it? because he doesn't corroborate what you're saying. And that's because it's a lie, right?
So again, I just want to let you guys know, because I don't want it to, the game of telephone goes spinning around. And I even saw some like longtime people questioning, and I'm like, I was kind of surprised people wouldn't question us first and ask us instead of, just going right past us. But
Oh my goodness, Adam. You were surprised that we just didn't call you? Because it was me that was on Snafu's channel. It was me questioning the fraud. Why in the world would I call you to see if you frauded or not? For what reason? After everything that you've done to Shauna, after everything that I found out recently that you did to me 3 years ago, which explained why I was alone through my husband's passing, why you stopped the fundraiser to start your own little fundraiser venture for you and Dex. Why in the world would I call you? What makes you holier than thou that I would call you? A liar and a thief? A backstabber? I mean, what other names are there for you and Dex? Why you're not surprised we wouldn't call you. You know exactly why nobody called you. Because we knew it's true. You don't if anybody thinks that 3 years you don't call the company doesn't call you, they don't know about you, you never told them about a charity about you, there's no third party going on because you never set up anything with Teespring. It's going right into your bank and you and Dex pocketed the money. Or at least you. We don't have confirmation on the Dex thing, but I mean, he was on your little show talking about the whole thing. So if he don't know nothing about it, he'll probably throw you under the bus. Say, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't get no money from it. I just went by what Adam was saying. That's what he's going to do to you. But you don't know why nobody called you. Get out of here. You know what? Oh my. Can you be any more narcissistic at this point? And funny using of words there, the game of telephone. when I heard you say that, I was like, oh, because you guys play the game of telephone. You get everybody on the phones, and you start your conniving and your little witch hunts and all that. Wow. See what I mean? You have so many tells. You tell on yourself. The game of telephone. You know that game well, don't you? You and Dex and Michelle. You and Christopher, Michael, and Michelle. Y'all know that well, don't you? Yep, you sure do.
Either way, the great thing is it's opened us an opportunity to end up working and doing more with that, and to try to actually do more for them. Back then, we were a very tiny channel. Now we could do a whole lot more for any kind of charity fundraiser. So that's really awesome.
No, Adam, I have a tiny channel. I have about 2,000 subscribers. You, in December 2019, had 146,000 subscribers on Marfoogle News and 94,700 subscribers on Marfoogletv. Not to mention D-Live and Twitter and Instagram and all them other things. So, no, honey, you can get that little channel stuff right out your head. And so you can do more for them. You hadn't done nothing already. They accepted whatever you gave them for whatever reason and for however much it cost you. I'd like to know what Terry Francis' cost was, but you flat out frauded them.
Also, I wanted to point out it was just a problem with the third party, the venue that we did it through. We had multiple issues with it, and we stopped using that venue for that reason. But again, everything is all solved.
Okay, I challenge any Marfoogle, any mod, any of you, to prove us wrong. Call Teespring, email them, whatever it is you have to do, and ask them if there was ever a charity set up by Marfoogletv and or News. Ask them if it was set up for Cars for Hero, and ask them if there's any possible way funds could be stuck in a third party. I challenge all of you, any of you people that are going against us and siding with Adam and Dex and prove us wrong. Go start calling Teespring and start getting some information and prove us wrong. And let's just see. Adam, you finally gave Terry France money August 10th of this year, 2022. 3 years later. And I'm sick and tired of hearing this third party BS. There can be no third party if there was no first party set up.
Our popularity is it is some, oh, the money went to a charity and they have a big overhead and all that. We have none of that. We're totally transparent.
Okay, so Terry France says that they're totally transparent. Well, I'm going to prove to you that they're not transparent. But that's going to be in the next video because that is a lot to unpack. It's quite a bit. And I'm going to go detail by detail to show you all the truth. Adam's Marfoogletv and Marfoogle News, whichever, and Terry France refused to show receipts of anything. And we're also going to see some conversations with Teespring. That is going to be an exciting video.
Just to confirm, so one of the reasons why we reached out to you is obviously, we did a fundraiser prior. The Foogle fam actually raised $718. We ended up chipping in, and total it was about $1,000.57. Just want to confirm that you got that. There was a question that eventually led us to even contacting you in the first place to fix all that confusion. Are you guys all good and squared up and we're good to move forward and do future projects with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was a question that eventually led you to calling Terry France? No, not a question, honey. It was a blatant, straight up, you frauded the company, the charity. It wasn't a question. Snafu Snaps accused you of fraud. He was correct. And now you're trying to change it with lies from you and Terry. And there is no confusion on anybody's part. Let's just keep that straight. And you never gave them money from the charity fraud, by the way. And I'm going to prove that. Because Terry France told. But see, you guys, when you lie, the truth always comes out. It just does.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time. Sometimes there's some confusion, and I think what it was is you guys had some hard time figuring out how to get it to me, and you contacted me. Everything was good. It's all self-explanatory. I've heard things out there where people said somebody was scamming somebody, and this is not true.
Okay, so in the next few clips, you're going to see a storyline play out. Snafu Snaps is already called Cars for Heroes. Okay, Terry's all on it. All right, you're not going to see this clip. You already saw it before, but Terry's all on it. You know, they're not going to defraud him, and he knows these people and those people. Okay, then after that, I don't know how many days go by, but somewhere in between there, Snafu Snaps calls Terry France back, and in a phone conversation, all of a sudden Terry France is all, oh, I wasn't hurting this, and it doesn't matter. Well, you're going to hear the clips. Then Snafu Snaps asks him, have you talked to them? And he says, no. I don't think that's such a true statement. Because he's just treating Snafu Snaps, Matthew, he's treating him way different than he did the first conversation. And then you hear what Terry France says about the money. And next thing you know, he's on the show and everything is all good. And he got the money and all. None of it makes any sense. But it's all in the same timeline. So, all right. Just pay attention to the audio. If you want to read whatever's there, go ahead. Now, I did just clip these out of a conversation, but the next video, I'll put up the whole conversation. Okay.
I've been doing this for a long time. In fact, what it did is let us having a conversation. When you contacted me, I got all the money. When you contacted me, I got all the money. When you contacted me, I got all the money.
Okay, in the following clip, you're going to see how Terry France is talking differently to Snafu as opposed to the very first conversation where he was all on it. And this conversation, he's very rude. He's more, well, yeah, more direct, and you can just tell that he's combative, verbally combative a little bit towards Snafu.
I can find better ways of doing it. If you've got something of more importance than somebody sold some shirts and didn't give me the proceeds. Somebody sold some shirts and didn't give me the proceeds. Somebody sold some shirts and didn't give me the proceeds.
Okay, and the reason I believe that Terry France lied to Snafu, in the clips coming, you're going to hear where Terry France says, at Snafu, Matthew asks Terry France, have they contacted you or whatever? And he says no. Or as he says, have you talked to them, I think? And he says no. Well, this statement right here kind of leads me to believe that he's already talked to them, because he says, it was 4 years ago. How would he know? How would he know it was 4 years ago? Snafu Saps hadn't told him. And so he knows. So he's already talked to Adam, I believe.
Well, is the charity that, what about the people that donated to the charity? 4 years ago. It's 4 years ago. It's 3, and it's actually the statute of limitations still doesn't matter. Like, this still is legal. I understand you have a mission. I wasn't harmed in this.
So here, all of a sudden, Terry France is like blasé about, they said it would go to me, or they got money that they said was going to go to, like, he doesn't care. Like, it's charity fraud. Of course he cared in the first conversation. Now he's trying to make light of it.
They got some money that they said was going to go to me. They got some money that they said was going to go to me. They got some money that they said was going to go to me.
So here Terry France is clearly trying to show that, I'm not hurting this. I didn't put out any money. I mean, what's the point of all of that? He's just very, he knows it. In my opinion, Terry France knows it's true. So here he's trying too hard by making light of the situation.
Okay, put out the efforts. I didn't put out any shirts. I didn't put out any money. Okay, put out the efforts. I didn't put out any shirts. I didn't put out any money. Okay, put out the efforts. I didn't put out any shirts. I didn't put out any money.
Okay, so now you hear Terry France admit that they got something and they scanned me. He says it verbatim, which tells me that he knew how long ago it was. He knew what they were selling. And he's, I don't think a deal had been made quite yet or whatever happened. But I think that came after. Because if it came before, I don't think he'd be saying these things.
Okay, well, just didn't give me and they scammed it. They got something. Okay, well, just didn't give me and they scammed it. They got something. Okay, well, just didn't give me and they scammed it. They got something.
So, in the following clip, you're going to hear Terry France be very blasé about the amount of money. I don't know if it was $10 or $10,000. I mean, he was on it the first time Matthew called him, but now he's like, it's not a big deal.
Listen to me. I don't know if they got $10 or $10,000. Listen to me. I don't know if they got $10 or $10,000. Listen to me. I don't know if they got $10 or $10,000.
So in this next clip, you're going to hear Terry France say, to Matthew, he's kind of questioning him, like, how much money or whatever, but it's, and then as soon as he gets the answer from Snaps that he didn't know how much, then Terry France jumps on that, on how much was actually, donated.
Oh, it's more than $10. How can I make it important? It's more than $10. Okay. Tell me how much it was. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. We need to get this legalized on it. No. We don't. You don't go to a gunfight without loading the gun with bullets. You don't have any bullets. Well, no, I totally get it. Guns or bullets. Well,
So in this next clip, you're going to hear Terry France. In my opinion, he's acting like he's the one that is being accused of fraud. And particularly when he brings in the court of law statement. And just someone that's been frauded doesn't act like this. Somebody that is defending a fraud would act like this.
I don't have time to waste on something that I don't know if it was over $10. I'll tell you right now, it's probably over hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Hundreds, if not thousands. Like like if not thousands. This guy reaches thousands of people every night. This probably is thousands of dollars that he's probably doesn't cut it in a court of law, my friend. Probably doesn't cut it in a court of law, my friend. Probably doesn't cut it in a court of law, my friend.
So here Terry France says probably wouldn't cut it in a court of law or wouldn't make it in a court of law, whatever he says. So, if he called the police for fraud, along with Snafu, and said, for 3 years I haven't gotten this money. They ran the charity from this time to this time. These people contacted me before, and we cooperated that no, we didn't get the money back then, and it's 3 years later, we still have not gotten the money. These people frauded us. That is more than enough for a lawsuit or to send Adam to jail. So why is Terry France so adamant about defending the fraud? The whole you don't go to a gunfight without bullets. Terry has the gun. Snafu brought tons of bullets. Like, he's got an arsenal of bullets. But Terry France doesn't want to pull the trigger because he don't want to shoot the golden goose. So in this next clip, you're going to hear Terry France say, well, prosecute him if you think you can. Well, he can, but him and Terry have to work. Matthew and Terry France have to work together because Terry France is the one that was frauded. And he's the one that would say, you know, yeah, hey, I'd like to file a report on fraud. And they ask him questions, and I haven't gotten anything in 3 years, and da-da-da. But he's not doing that. Why? Why isn't he telling Snafu, well, I'll tell you what, give me your evidence, and then I will call and let them know that I never received any money in 3 years, and then let the police deal with it. But no, that's not what Terry France is doing. He's defending them. Why? Why? He's got all the cards in his pocket. He's got everything. He's got the whole pinata and all the candy and the bat. Why is he acting like this? You gotta question those things.
He committed felony charity fraud on the donator, influencing the donator. And have been prosecuted if you got problems. Well, that's where we're trying to work with you to see what we can do. Have they contacted you? Just curious. About what the is? Okay. Well, because like I said, there's a lot of things to this puzzle. So, well, I mean, if you can do that at least for us, that would help. A video statement, you know, basically just saying, yeah, that's just yeah, there's something that proves that they have done something illegal.
So Matthew asked Cars for Heroes for a video statement. If Terry France doesn't want to go and file fraud himself, he can at least do a video that says his name. My name's Terry France. I'm the, owner of the Cars for Heroes charity. And Marfoogletv TV and News 3 years ago did a charity. I never received the money. They contacted me halfway through, or a year and a half or so ago. I didn't receive it then, and I didn't receive it now. And this is my part of the evidence that I believe there's a fraud going on here. So, see, Snafu Snaps needs that video, needs, something from Terry saying, that it is fraud. But Terry never sends him that video. No, that's all he needs. But he won't give it to him because he knows. Y'all, come on. Wake up.
And now we're looking at doing some things in the future that the two of us can combine our efforts and help some more heroes. So we're kind of excited that it all came out this way, and it's all good on our end.
Now look how Terry France and Adam Marfoogletv are playing nice together. Boy, Terry France's attitude sure changed, didn't it? First, he was going to help Snafu get him. Let's get him. I know the Attorney General. I know these people and that people. And then it went to, well, how you know? Can you prove it? Probably won't work in a court of law. You need bullets. Blah, 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 blah. And then he's on the show. Yeah, we can make beautiful music together, baby. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's all laid out right there. All you guys do is look at it. This is just talk about a train wreck, man. This is more of a train wreck than the other one. I mean, just because Terry France says there was no fraud, he is not a judge at all. He can't, to make statements like that, it's not his place. There was a fraud that happened. Now it's a cover-up, in my opinion. Okay, so now they're on the show, and they're playing kissy face, and hugs and love, and, cuddly bugs, and all that fun stuff, okay? So, listen to this part, and then I want to have another clip.
Well, luckily it was stuck in the third party, so that was the main thing back then. When we did that prior fundraiser, we did 50% of the proceeds through the third party, and that had no issue. But when you do 100%, apparently there was something there that didn't go through, so it had actually sat there. So I'm glad that everything was good. In fact, negativity brought us into a positive space, and I actually this is really, really amazing.
So here Adam says, I believe, and then goes on with the sentence. Why I believe. Believe means, oh, I believe this happened. Doesn't make it fact. It just, I believe it went this way. Well, this is your deal. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? That don't make no sense. Well, I believe that we did the right thing. Or I believe this happened. No. It should be, I know. So he contradicts himself all over the place.
I believe it was a big mix-up there. I believe it was a big mix-up there. I believe it was a big mix-up there. So I thank everybody, and now we're turning negative into positive once again.
Well, look at you busting your buttons with pride. Once again, we turned a negative into a positive. Boy, are you warp-minded. How did you turn a negative into a positive? You turned a fraud and a theft and a lie into a theft, a fraud, and a lie. It doesn't change nothing, Adam. It doesn't change nothing except that Terry France is going along with it. And I want to know why. Why? I think we all know why. I think somebody got a little something extra. Yes, they did. Because they would have sent that video if they didn't. Yep, they would have sent that video. But no, they're on the show. Look at them, y'all both kissy face.
I think that would be drastic. They talk about duck and cover.
Just to be clear, you have not and will never show any of our texts in between each other to anyone, including Lena, any of the mods, anyone who has not signed an NDA with Marfoogletv News LLC. Is that something I can believe that you are saying?
If you don't break the law, then no, I won't show those texts.
What do you mean if I don't break the law?
That's how that works. If you're going to break the law.
Yes, I will, because there's always circumstantial. Like every single turn, trying to do something I can't believe you are acting like you need to destroy me or something. That's what you sound like. Up in his drive at all. A government agent now is on our bad side. For what reason? He was just our friend last week. Why is he on the bad side then? Why did he all of a sudden turn? So you're saying none of the information that you gave him?
I don't know what to tell you. He's a friend of mine. I didn't break an NDA with him. But I got lots of friends. I said I didn't break the NDA that I have with him.
Shauna, just be real with me. I'm your friend. Please. I want to get back to friends, but I can't be back to friends if I don't trust you. Just say, he's your best friend. You might have told him some shit. I'm sorry. End of story. As long as he's okay with us, he's not going to say shit. So as long as we make up, it will all be fine. Just please, don't lie to me. Please. Just, I can take it. Please. You are my friend. Please, treat me like a friend. Just treat me like family. Screw it. Please, treat me like family. I don't want to fight with you. I've hated it since the beginning, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse because we didn't talk. Just please tell me. Please tell me everything that you might have screwed up on. And I say, okay. And then I will tell you what I screwed up on. That's how people make up. Harley. Why? Why can't you just admit the shit and then get past it? You want to be part of this company.
I just don't want to keep getting yelled at. That's quite
You're not
frankly.
being yelled at. You're not being yelled at, okay? Just please, please. Tell me, Shauna. Tell me what you did.
Didn't do much. Is that what you're saying I did?
Okay, can you tell me what you did do so I know the truth?
It was never Shauna. You attacked her because she got too close. You attacked WV because she got too close. You attacked Homegrown because he got too close. You attacked me, but I was your bull.
To your text.
I certainly hope not.
Okay. Well, I can't.
I don't know. I don't know what text messages you're referring to. I have no basis to
I
go off of.
send you the text messages because I'm literally, this is really scary, Shauna. You're saying that this man has access to your text messages.
I hope not. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what messages you're referring to.
That's really, really scary, Shauna. I'm talking about something that I specifically said to you and then was repeated. So you're saying if you didn't tell him, I'm honestly thinking this gentleman has access to your text.
I have no idea.
I would not associate yourself with somebody who can access your phone.
What about Mike Strutton, Oracle, patent developer for hacking, tracking, URL infiltration, fucking, isn't that exactly what Mike Strutton, DEX, DEX, Digital DEX, DEXJ does? He gets in your phone, he gets in your equipment, devices, he makes patents for software development.
So in the audio you just heard, the very first part, Adam is so worried about Shauna showing me specifically the text or any of the mods, but he points me out because he's paranoid that me and Shauna are talking. And Shauna tells him, if you don't break the law, I won't bring out the text messages. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Well, even a 5-year-old knows what breaking the law is for the most part at their age. So at your age, Christopher, you should know what breaking the law means. And then Adam says, you act like you need to destroy me or something. Oh, you mean like what you did to Shauna and what you did to me and to WV and Homegrown and still continue to do and still hack their phones and computers and you have, okay, Adam, you're so afraid of something happening to you that you're doing to everybody else. And now he's so worried about a government agent being on their bad side and he's freaking out. Well, if you're not doing anything wrong, why are you tripping? And then he wants Shauna to be real with him and like he's her friend and treat him like family. Honey, you don't know what that means, Adam. You don't know what a friend means. You don't know what family means. You don't know none of that, but you want it, but you don't want to give it. So as long as Shauna makes up with you and kisses your rear end, everything will be fine. As long as it all goes Adam's way and she don't talk. But if he don't hear that from her, things get worse for her. And he doesn't want her to lie to him, and he can take it. But he can lie on everybody else. Treat him like family, he says. And he's hated it from the beginning. But then he carried out attack after attack after attack on her. Well after this audio. And months after she walked away. Continuing to tell her to kill herself. Boy, what a friend are you. And then Sean is just like, I don't want to keep getting yelled at because I know they're more than this phone call. And when Adam talks to you, he yells at you. Because when he called me, when I didn't want to do what he wanted, he called me in the same attitude and was yelling at me. Why'd you do it that way? And why'd you do it? How else was I supposed to find out? Oh, sneaky and underhanded. That's how. See, Adam has to have control over everything. He has to have control over every mod, over every conversation. That's why he went and yelled at me and WV when we were in Discord and yelled at us because he thought that, you know, she would tell me what they told her about me, and they didn't want that. That's why Adam came in and yelled at me. They wanted to separate us like that. So he don't want no one to be friends. He doesn't want no one. He wants to put everyone in a box and only bring it out when he needs to. And that's insanity to me. And then he's freaking out that he thinks that someone hacked her phone and can get in and read her text messages. But, well, isn't that what Dex does? He bugs everybody's phone. He hacks them and their computers and gets into them. And isn't that what he does? You ain't worried about Dex doing it to everyone else, but you're worried about somebody doing it to Shauna? You don't give a damn about Shauna. You care about what other people know about you. Yeah, he wouldn't be friends with someone that could access your phone, but Dex accesses all the mods' phones. Oh my goodness. So obviously Adam is afraid of something that she knows, and which is why he continued to attack her, and why he came after me and made sure that nobody would be my friend or talk to me during my husband's passing. He didn't want no one talking to me during that time, and tell me what was being said about me. Yeah. All right. Well, this was one crazy video.
This rabbit hole is just way too deep. Way too deep for normal.